so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. This hair look is voluminous, wavy curly look. Looks perfectly like salon done, and it's easy to do at home. Have something to drink and enjoy and learn something from this tutorial. I naturally got curly hair and hair length is long. So first, I'm basically smoothing the hair to silky straight. Let's start with the Body Shop Rainforest Radiance Detangling Spray. So this helps to detangle the hair as well as leave a beautiful fragrance into the hair. Spraying it generously and just pressing the hair so that the liquid gets absorbed quickly. Now I'm using the Oasis Plus Shova Scuff. This is very difficult to pronounce, sorry. Anyhow, this magic anti-frizz shine serum, since my hair is a bit frizzy too. And of course, I want some shine into my hair. This will help to achieve so. Pumping 4 to 6 pumps into my palms, rubbing a bit, then applying from ends first, then whatever is left to the roots. Otherwise, roots would become greasy. That's the key while applying hair serum. Brushing through the hair becomes easy because of these two steps and in turn less hair fall. Now sectioning my hair and first starting to set the back side. The rest of the hair I'm clipping it up. Now let's brush off the back side with detangler brush which I got from Miniso. So let's take the Dyson device. Now I have attached the firm smoothing brush which is used for smoothing the hair. Good for curly hair girls. Setting the heat to the highest level and airspeed to the highest level. Taking half of the section of hair, it's better to set the hair from mid-length to end because that is the part that dries very quickly. I wish I had semi-dried my hair or it should have been damped because that's how you're supposed to use, otherwise it takes a long time to set your hair. Dyson does not tangle your hair. In fact, it easily detangles the hair while you are styling it. Now I'm taking the round volumizing brush. I saw people using it for smoothing, but it made my tiny hair frizzy. I used this for straightening more, but that was pointless because smoothing brush did really a good job. So after the stage of realizing I didn't use this round brush to smoothen the hair, sectioning hair and smoothing from the right side. But I forgot to use this heat protecting spray. It was right in front of me. Still I forgot. Great job, Samita. This is Vella's thermal image heat protection. So basically it protects your hair from heat damage and it protects up to 220 degree Celsius and also adds smoothness and natural hold. Anyway, Dyson's heat never goes above 150 degrees Celsius. That is 302 Fahrenheit. Spraying it well enough and again brushing once again so that the liquid gets distributed evenly throughout. Again the same heat and airflow setting. Now let's talk about Dyson's functionality. Fan speed. There are 3 fan speeds, first being the lowest, then pushing the button higher up makes the airspeed medium, then pushing it further up brings the airspeed to the maximum. Temperature change, or you can call this as heat control. The button being at the lowest position is the cold air, but cold shot makes air more cooler, if that makes sense. Pushing button in one more up position makes the air heat like medium heat, and further pushing up it makes the air at the maximum heat capacity of the tool. The on and off button, it's for switching on and off, while after switching on, if you press again or push the button again after switching on, then it will produce cold shot, which basically sets your hairstyle after you are done with styling. Now let's talk about its attachments. Round volumizing brush. As the word suggests, it is for volumizing hair as well as you can create curls with this. Firm smoothing brush. Good for curly hair girls who wants to smooth out curls, suitable for thick hair texture. Soft smoothing brush. It helps to smoothen hair for fine hair curls. The first is 30 mm Airwrap barrels, which gives tight curls with small diameter curls as compared to the 40 mm barrels. Round volumizing brush gives amazing volume on the crown area. Isn't this amazing? The 40 mm barrels gives loose curls, can be good to create beach waves. So there are two 30 mm, two 40 mm barrels in each set. One barrel is intended for left side of your hair and the other for the right side, as they each twist your hair in different direction with the arrow printed on the barrels. Pre-styling dryer. This is for blow drying your hair. Now pushing the cold shot button to set properly the hair. This is the last step you are supposed to do when you need to set your hair. Can you see how smooth hair has become? I've started with the curly hair, now it has smoothened, but it is not as straight as it is supposed to be from the hair straightener. This device smoothened my hair, which it says it is supposed to do. This is how I get perfectly smoothened, silky hair. Now I'm a bit bored with the straight hair. Let's use the main thing which is the Airwrap is famous for. The curling barrels. And by the way, sorry for the lightning since it was a cloudy day. Again sectioning the hair like previously I did. So this is a 40 millimeter, two barrels. One is for the left side and another for right. Outward curls gives nice volume to your hair. Now I'm using the barrel with the right arrow direction. Heat and airspeed is to the maximum for few seconds. As you can see, I'm pushing the cold shot button for 5 seconds to set the curl in place. So the 40 mm barrels gives the loose rounded curls as you can see. There is a 30 mm also which gives the tight curls. Keeping small section of hair in front of the barrel helps the hair to easily attach to the barrel. Moving the barrel back and forth helps to tightly hold the hair. Now taking the Sebastian reshaper to hold the curls in place for a long time. Spraying few times. I don't know why I make faces while something is sprayed into my hair. Now let's change the barrels to the left side. Alternating the barrels gives voluminous outward curls. This spray gives long-lasting hold and protects hair from the effects of humidity. Spraying this on the curls only. If my hair was semi-wet, I wouldn't have used the setting spray to set the curls in place. Since shaping the hair in dry form, I need to use setting spray to hold the shape in place. The pros and cons of this Dyson Airwrap. The pros are it got intelligent heat control that measures the airflow temperature over 40 times a second, intelligently controlling heat element to keep the temperature under 150 degrees Celsius, preventing extreme heat damage. What's even more convenient is that you don't have to go through added step of completely drying your hair before you curl it. Airwrap works best on damp hair, that is lightly dried hair. The third one being the most important, that it does not get too hot. Yes, we all have seen number of videos and memes of women using curling irons and leaving them on for an extra few seconds only to find that their hair is burnt. With Dyson, that fear, I really don't have it. Fourth is that this is a 3-in-1 product. Only disadvantage I found is that the whole set is a bit heavy to carry with. The Dyson Airwrap Pro Tips. So first, don't use the Airwrap on too wet hair. If you are fresh from wash, you should blow dry it or towel dry it roughly, which I was supposed to do, but I didn't. Using it on too wet hair means it will take a long time to set your hair. Second, don't use it on too dry hair while smoothing it because it won't smoothen properly. Third pro tip is use small section of hair for proper execution of style. The fourth pro tip is after using this for months, I realized since my mid length to the end of my hair is thin and frizzy as compared to the roots, it gets dried quickly. I use the heat at first level and airflow at the second. But when I use to set my hair from root to the mid length, I use the heat and the airflow speed at the highest level. Due to adding the serum, the hair got shiny. It has been more than 2 years that I got my last haircut. Now let's compare the Dyson with other tools. Through the functionality, if we talk about, in functionality wise, it is a 3-in-1 product. That is, it can blow dry your hair, curl or make waves that looks professionally done, and it can smoothen your hair to make it look sleek. Comparison with the temperature or less damage wise, first, heat can damage hair of all types, and traditionally curling irons typically heat over 400 Fahrenheit, that is 205 degrees Celsius. The Dyson Airwrap uses less direct heat and it continuously measures the temperature so it never goes above 302 Fahrenheit, that is 150 degrees Celsius. Isn't it amazing? Second, the Airwrap is designed to be used on damp hair. So most of the flat irons and curling irons need to be used on dry hair and you run the risk of them frying your strands. If we talk about safety wise, the Dyson's blow dryer or any other attachment doesn't suck your hair at inlet like usual normal hair dryer do. So safety wise it's incredible. Plus it never gets too hot to touch unlike straighteners and curl irons. So you won't turn the risk of burning your fingers. Let's talk about Dyson's Airwrap technology. This tool blow dries your hair, can bring amazing curls, waves to your hair and can smooth out hair texture. So basically it is 3-in-1 product, but this is not only the amazing part that makes it so special. The Airwrap uses a special technology similar to jet engines that creates a vortex to pull hair towards the attachments, what they call as Coanda effect, where high-speed air in the cylinder creates a jet engine-like vortex through the slots in the attachments, attracting hair to the tool's surface, keeping the hair strands firmly against surface of attachments. While doing so, it got built-in bead thermistor that measures temperature and data is fed back into the regulating microprocessor. Ensure that the heat from the tool never crosses 302 degrees Fahrenheit. In layman's term, it doesn't burn out your hair. So your hair quality be in an excellent condition. This is what makes Dyson so special. Dyson took more than 6 years to develop this machine with more than 600 prototypes with more than 200 engineers and scientists created a motor that manipulates air in a phenomenon known as Coanda effect, which I mentioned before. Being a mechanical engineer, I'm always interested in such technologies with great advancement. This look is done. I hope you found this video helpful, and next video is on the easy makeup look. Till then, see you next time. Bye.